Hey, welcome to the channel. So, how prepared do you think you would be considering everything that's happened since 2020? Do you think you're better off now than you were then when we were told we had to shut down for those 2 weeks before they opened up? Then we had 6 feet that we had to stand in between people. We had to wear a mask and all this other stuff. So, do you think you're in a better place now? Because I hope that you are. If you are not, you might want to start preparing. You might want to start stocking up on some goods, okay? And this is not to scare you, just to prepare you in case you were like, we good. This ain't gonna happen again. You know what I'm saying? So whether it is a new virus that is out there or what's happening right now, we need to be prepared because it has gotten worse this summer. So it's not that far-fetched, you guys. Just last year, when they said that the Omicron was taking over, this is what the store started looking like when people started going out to the store. And this was a video that I did a year ago. Here's a few clips. Now, whether these were people that just stock up on a normal, that live far off, so they get a lot of things, everyone in that store on this particular day had toilet paper, paper towels, and other items in there. Don't let that be the only thing you're stocking up. You need to be able to eat. You need to be able to stock your house up with medication. So let that sink in because it's a lot that's going on. And this rise is not the only virus that's out there, you guys. So is leprosy. So if you can't imagine what is actually happening right now, let me fill you in on what exactly is happening, because they ain't talking about this on the news, y'all. They really not. Please share this video out and help it get out to more people by hitting that like button. And I know that I do other content on here, and it would help me a lot if you would share that as well, because people need to know you need to be growing your own food. You need to be doing a lot of things. I can't make you do them, but I can show you how I'm doing what I'm doing. So this right here says COVID summer surge. These areas just saw hospitalizations triple. And where does Ohio stand in all of this? So it says a summer surge in COVID-19 cases has spiked the number of people in the hospital with serious complications from the virus. Nationwide, COVID-related hospitalizations are up 12% in the last week of available data, according to the CDC. But in some U.S. counties, the situation is dramatically worse. The CDC considers COVID-19 hospitalizations to be a medium in 17 counties around the country. That means between 10 to 19.9% of people are hospitalized with the virus for every 100,000 residents. So it says in 2 places in Texas, Navarro and Freestone counties, hospitalizations were up 250% in a single week, meaning they more than tripled. 14 new people were admitted in the past week. But because of their relatively small populations, that's a high rate of people going to the hospital, according to the CDC. So other areas of concern are Southeast Texas. Hospitalizations are up 100% in 1 week. Northeastern Oregon, Central Oklahoma jumped 450%. Hawaii County hospitalizations are up 64%. Southern Nebraska hospitalizations are up 125%. Mohave County hospitalizations elevated but dropping week over week. Colquitt County, Georgia, hospitalizations are up 67%. And what does that mean for Ohio? It says in Ohio, every county is considered to have low levels of hospitalization. The state of Ohio has also seen an increase in COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations this summer. And that's according to the Ohio Department of Health. But the Ohio Department of Health says it is important to note that these are modest increases from historically low levels. That is illustrated on the Ohio Department of Health's COVID-19 dashboard, and you are welcome to go check that out. It also shows that current cases remain in the Omicron lineage rather than a new variant family. Most Ohioans likely have some amount of immunity from the Omicron, whether it be through vaccines or from prior infection or both. While they do not believe a major surge is imminent, the department strongly encourages all Ohioans to stay up to date with their vaccine. So they're still pushing that vaccine. Nationwide, there were an additional 8,035 people admitted to the hospital with COVID-19. According to the CDC, this is the biggest spike in COVID hospitalization since last winter, according to The Hill. The CDC no longer tracks infections. Did y'all know that? Meaning hospitalizations are one of the only data clues that they have to understand how fast the virus is spreading and where. The director of public health policy at the Center for American Progress told The Hill summer surges of COVID-19 may be the new norm.
Caitlin Gentilina is an epidemiologist at the University of Texas. She writes the popular Substack column, Your Local Epidemiologist. So, Caitlin, when you hear those numbers, what do they tell you? What does this little spike tell you?
Well, it tells me, well, here we are yet again. We find ourselves in the middle of this COVID-19 summer wave. And, I don't think this should be very surprising because we've seen a summer wave the past 3 years, particularly in the South, due to a combination of three things. One, the virus continues to mutate about 2 times faster than the flu. 2, people are moving inside because of the heat. And 3, the susceptibility pool is growing. Our protection is waning over time.
So that's a lot to ingest with this story because this could go a number of ways. It could get even worse and possibly go back to the point of, well, stores making it mandatory that you wear a mask in there or 6 feet distance. It depends on the variant that is out there. So do you think that you're more prepared now if that situation took place, or do you feel like you would need to go run out to the store if something happened and then get the items that you need? It is so important to prepare ahead of time and not be out in that manic rush. If you can remember what it was like in 2020 and in 2021, things were still going, strong. So let me know down in the comments what you think and what you would do, and be kind, be respectful of others' opinions. So protect yourself the best you possibly can. Go ahead and stock up on those vitamins, those cold and flu medications that seem to be running off the shelves, because I promise you, when this does hit mainstream media, so far I've only seen this like on PBS, but once this hit mainstream media and possibly maybe down the road gets worse, you're going to see a lot of panicking happening. People are going to rush out to the stores. They're going to stock up on toilet paper. You know how they do. They're going to take everything off the shelves that you may possibly need for your family. So get your medications, over the counter and prescription medication. Get your cold and flu medication. Get your first aid kits and all of those things that you would need in case the stores were to shut down. We don't know what's happening out here. They're not going to tell us until they have to. So get prepared, stay prepared. See you in the next video. Don't forget to hit that like. This refrigerated section was hit or miss. It had a lot of empty spaces in it. Honestly, this entire store was hit or miss. It was a lot of people in here looking around, but not a lot of people finding what they need. Maybe walk in and walk out. So I'm going to let you just tour without me jaw-jacking right now. But you guys, now is the time to stock up. If you have not started, at least get 2 weeks worth of food in case of emergency said. So you know that the first thing that's running out, and see this dog food here, get your pet's food, okay? But what's going to run out is milk, eggs, bread. Those are always the things that run out. So go ahead and stock up on that. You can freeze your bread. You can even freeze your milk. Get your light bulbs, because y'all, the shortage is real. Light bulbs have been short since 2020. I'm showing you this video as a reminder. This was just 7 months ago in a store. Supplies were low. But imagine supplies being low and people not being able to find what they need in the store. So they're taking whatever they can get, not the usual what they might have gotten. It doesn't matter how much the food prices have gone up. When it comes to something like this virus or some other mutation of something happening, people don't care about the price at that moment. They're just trying to get what they need so they can get out of that store and go home. So prepare today. You know, don't be scared. This is just a reminder that we have to always stay on alert, because they're not going to tell us until the last minute. That's what they did in 2020. They knew about this in 2019, but didn't tell anybody until 2020 when they had to. And then when they first told people, they told them they did not have to do anything. Everything was fine. And then a week later came back and said, we're going to shut everything down. And they shut everything down for those 2 weeks. So you guys, I'm just trying to let you know what's going on out here. Please share this video out with others, and I'll see you in the next video. Please stock up your homes before winter. And please subscribe to the channel, and let's get this out to more and more people. The best way to do that is to share, comment, and like.